Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host, Chantel Francis, here to talk about Oxtail. It's with TJoy and Mika. How are we doing today, ladies?
Yeah, I promised my kids oxtail for dinner tonight. So after we finish this, because you know how long oxtail can take, I got to go throw it in the pot.
Well, we are actually not here to talk about Oxtail. We're here to talk about Bachelor in Paradise, Season 9, Episode 5. And just to start off, we got some new intros. So we see John B. He's naked with like a sign that says like nude beach or something like that. What did we think about his contribution to the intros?
I was confused.
I like him. So I was,
I mean, it was cute, but I was confused. Is that supposed to talk about his package?
Well, like he does mention that he's not circumcised. So is that now his thing? Is there more going on that we've missed? Like is he the naked guy?
Right.
We've never heard him refer to, I mean, other than that comment, I've never heard him say anything about his physique. So I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought it was strange too. We saw John Henry obviously coming out of the water with his mask on.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only new ones, I believe. Did you guys see any other new ones?
No.
All right. Well, we know there's a lot of single men on this beach, and there's only 5. There's going to be 5 men that are going home. And again, I'm just going to reiterate that it's really bad episode planning. I don't think it makes good TV having 5 men go home.
Right.
Like, it's called Bachelor in Paradise. People are coming there because they want to make connections. They don't. It's not about sending people home that don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think like they're mistaking what the show is about.
Right.
Yeah.
You want people to get
if you want to improve your success rate and you want to talk about how many couples you've matched and bachelor babies and people getting married, then put more people on there at the same time so people can make connections.
Like, it shouldn't just be the person that they talked to or was slid into their DMs before going on the season is the only people that they're allowed to connect with on the beach. And just waiting around for that person. Like, it's the surprising connections that we're hoping for.
The organic connections that we see come on the beach.
Yep.
100%. Now, Sean and Aaron S. think that they're both going to be going home. Sean talks about him losing his job to be on the show. Okay, what's that look for, Tamika?
I'm like, dude, like, I don't know. Have you guys seen the Love Island trailer that they just did, where it's like Imani is in the airport heading home, and they're like, "Hey, come back," and she heads back to Fiji, like, because she already has a ticket on the flight. Like, Sean, that was you. You were just in charity season. There wasn't that much time. So either you quit your job or you shouldn't have done both shows.
Right.
Well, and it's kind of like, I'm like, is he trying to get like sympathy sponsorship?
Yes, he is.
It's like,
and if you think I'm gonna give you my rose because you don't have no job, that doesn't make
I was thinking sponsorship
like
after the show. Like, he still wants to be an influencer, right?
Yeah, I think so, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I can't have sympathy for you. Like, there was somebody who quit their job to come. Married at First Sight. There was a guy who quit his job to get married, John. And like, it was this big thing because he quit his successful career to go and get married at first sight because he couldn't otherwise participate in the show. And while no, I don't feel like it's his wife's fault that it didn't work out, because like a lot of people are like, oh, he's holding that against her. No, it's not her fault that it didn't work out and he quit his show. He quit his job. But that also showed how serious he was to find love, to get married. It was guaranteed that he was getting married. It was just not guaranteed he would be in love with this person, right? But I do find, okay, that's commitment. That's great. but you went on 2 shows back to back. Go back to your job like so many other men and women do, and then come on Paradise next year. Like, but I feel
he
like
wants to get an influencer career. And I think that he's like, oh, I want to stay on the show longer because, like, I want to get more famous, so I have more Instagram followers, so I can not have to go back to my job that I quit.
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't quit to find love. He quit because he thinks that this is going to be a jumping off point for his new influencing career as a Ken doll model. Whatever.
Right.
So Sam from BIP Canada shows up and speaking to Jesse. They spoke in French. Jesse's French accent is pretty good. He sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
He knew more than she did, it seems like.
I mean, I think she was just also being shy because, like, he didn't say anything difficult. Like, he said, like, the typical, like, phrase that you say when you don't speak that much French.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I think that she was just, like, nervous and overwhelmed, but, like, she's from East Coast Canada. She's not from the French-speaking area, so she might not speak that much French, but what he said wasn't difficult French. But I like that they spoke it. I was like, proud here. Proud Canadian.
She's new to me, so this is quite refreshing. You all might know her. But
She also was on Big Brother Canada season 7.
Yeah, I don't watch Canada. So it was nice to see somebody different and is gonna have something organic because no one knows her and she doesn't know anyone.
Right.
I had to say, she brought energy to the beach.
She did. I was so excited to see her walk down because, first of all, if you watch BIP this last Canada this last season, she brought a lot. And I mean, there was times when I was screaming at her, but Sam brought stuff to the table.
She was the star that season.
She was. So when she came down to Jesse, it was like, oh, not Sam! And again, this is the things that they don't get. Like, we loved. Nobody knew who she was. Oh my God, I'm afraid to ask her what season she's on. Yes, right. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Like that's what it should be. Afraid, like a different feeling. Be afraid to approach this person because you don't know anything about them.
Yes, it'll be like organic, like vibes, you know, right. Like you can't be like, oh, I like you because I know that you're a Swiftie. Like, you
or that you have 100,000 followers.
I've stalked your Instagram page already previous to coming
and
here.
Decided that you're the person that I want to pursue.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I also like how Bachelor in Paradise Canada does the show. It just is. It's not that they don't lean into the kookiness. It's like gasoline. They just light things on fire and hope for the best. That's what I need. That's what I want.
Yeah, they did do like bonfire type things on Bachelor in Paradise Canada. So like, I think the US stole from Bachelor in Paradise Canada because they do sit around the fire and like ask the uncomfortable questions, and then we're seeing it this year, and then we're seeing Sam is on it. So I think they're noticing because I thought it was a successful season. They had multiple couples leaving at the end who are, I believe, still together, right? Both couples?
No. Only Jessica, only Tessa and
Joey?
What's his name? Joey are still together. They're engaged. They're planning their wedding.
Chelsea was on it.
They broke up.
Yeah,
they did.
I didn't know.
It came out of nowhere. Like he moved back to California. Everything. Yeah, it was very sad actually because it was like literally they were together and like the next week they weren't together.
They just did
like
their love fest.
It was beautiful, and it's sad because even she said that you guys didn't really even because the show premiered a year after.
Oh, okay. So
they were together
for over a year. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were together for a long time, but you know, things happened. They're amicable. But she's subletting their apartment that they got an apartment together, and within a month they weren't together.
She doesn't say what happened.
Just that it didn't work out.
It's probably the moving in together though.
Yeah. He's never had a girlfriend. That's A. She also requested they not get engaged. It's B. I think those two things are like telling.
Yeah.
But I love them. I love Chelsea. I like Austin. I don't feel there doesn't seem to be
They got a
any
happy ending,
animosity.
and I'm happy that that existed for them. And
Yeah,
so
it was
a lot of relationships
definitely
break
a
up.
love story. Exactly. Like if you watch it, you're not gonna be like, oh my god, that like I'm so glad they broke up. If you watch it, you're gonna be kind of devastated.
Oh wow, I didn't know. Well, anyways, still two couples did come out of there,
Yes. Yes.
and lasting for at least a year, which is
They
like
did.
a lot of
Yes.
these
And
engaged
it's two
couples don't
mixed
last long.
couples, right? It's two mixed couples. The other couple.
Well, a black couple and then a mixed couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely they have a better track record so far, it seems, with the longevity of these couples. So yeah, I'm happy that they're bringing some Canadian energy into there. I thought it was like a mean gag that like nobody knew who she was, in the sense that like they didn't announce her, or like, they're just like,
That's
who's
the
that?
part
Who's
I
that?
did not
It's just
like.
kind of rude.
I feel like Jesse should have escorted her to the beach or had Wells, because Wells, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Escort her to the beach and say, hi, guys. Guess what? Sam's here. And they're thinking, oh, it's like Aaron Sam. And instead, it's, no, this is Sam from Bachelor in Paradise, Canada. And the kind of the gag that they did in the end, that they replaced one Sam with another
With
Sam, they could have
another.
did up front. And I just,
Yeah.
she deserved better. I agree. She deserved better.
Yeah. I mean, she cancels it really well. And so when she says like, oh yeah, I'm from Bachelor in Paradise, Canada, everybody's like, oh. And then the other thing too that I think is a little bit of a disservice is there's not a many older men for Sam on the beach, right?
Right.
Sam's 33 or 34,
Mhm.
34.
Mhm.
And like, we see Sean beelining to talk to her, and
Mhm.
she's 20, he's 26, and she's already like, yeah, you're too
Yeah,
young for
baby.
me.
Yeah.
She's like, your frontal cortex has not fused together yet. Like, he's like, no, I'm people say that I'm mature for my age, and she's like, who, your mom?
Your
He's like, well,
mama?
yeah,
I
but
thought
other
that
people
was
too.
hilarious.
So good. It was such good TV though. Because seriously, we're all thinking it,
Right.
and that's the thing about this show. Like that's the stuff that and somebody was like, when you go, I don't know if it was Ash. So it's like, when you go on the show, ask, where do these people live? Like, how old are they? This, and this. Because if you're a certain age, those things should be important. And
Yes.
so the fact that they're not asking these questions, whereas like if you watch BIP Canada, like, yes, there may have been younger men than Sam on the beach, but they looked mature, acted mature. Like, it didn't feel different. It didn't feel different at all. And so even when she came down, I was like, holy shit, Sam. And then I'm watching it and I'm like, she's got to be there for what's his name? Oh God,
Realnesss?
Katie's ex.
Blake?
Blake.
What? Wait.
Oh, because they're both Canadian?
Both Canadian, both in that age group. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought about it until now. I just don't know if they would work. I'm just looking at astrologically right now.
okay.
She's a Cancer, I believe, and he's a Leo. I don't know. I don't know. So Sean was super happy though that like he has like a chance now. Like, he has someone that he could pursue. He might be able to stay in the game. I was like,
you have no chance, dude.
Even John B, he talks about being from Minnesota, which is a similar like landscape to a lot of Canada, where you go to we say cottage country and they say lake house, and like it's a similar type lifestyle, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the whole thing too with Michelle and Nate, because he's Canadian and she is from Minnesota, and so they felt like they had a lot of commonalities in their upbringing and lifestyles and stuff.
Pete is also a little bit older, so he's 33 and she's 34, and so like I'm just looking at the people that were in their 30s as options for her, right?
Same.
So obviously Sean is way too young. Like, he's just like, even I think he looks like a young 26.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
And he acts like it too.
That's why every time he keeps leaning into this Ken thing, I'm like, you're no Ken. Like, I just don't see it. Like today we see Nate and Justin
No
posted
woman, in
their
my
Halloween
opinion, wants
costume.
to bang Ken.
Right. Like today we see Justin and Nate in their Halloween costume, and Nate is dressed up as a Ken, as the cowboy Ken, and he looks like a Ken. Like
He's tall
right, like he just looks grown. Like he looks like a Ken doll, like not a baby doll. Like
not a baby doll.
Now, do you also think this was a disservice for Sam because of the fact that like they go right into the rose ceremony? It seems
it
like
was. She didn't
there
get
for
a chance
10 minutes.
to really
Two
talk
minute
to anybody.
Yeah,
because we didn't see who she picked. We never even saw her talk to him.
I think the producers again was producing, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, go down there and talk to them," but pick Pilot Pete. Seriously, for me, it was between Pilot Pete and Realnesss. So
yeah. Well, I said that Sam will probably choose Aaron or Pete.
And like this, from the minute she walked down, I was like, okay, so it's between Pilot Pete and Realnesss.
100%. But John B is also in his 30s, isn't he?
Is he? I thought he was in his 20s.
I thought he was 28. I don't know.
Maybe he's 28. Everybody's 28. But like,
yeah,
I feel like
because I don't think he was far off from Charity.
Charity, right?
But as we would expect, Kylie chooses Avon, Rachel chooses Brayden, Eliza chooses Aaron, Kat chooses Tanner, Jess chooses Blake, Olivia chooses John Henry. I like them together. I don't care.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Astrologically, they're not great, but they just have such a good. I don't think. What is he? Is he a Libra?
And she's a Leo. If he's a Libra, that's good.
Then I might be wrong. Hold on. I looked it up and I was like, whatever it was, I was like,
a water sign.
Yeah.
He could be watery, like he has a water job.
True. Let me look.
Mercedes chooses Tyler. Now that's also something that's not a match because Tyler is, I think, a Cancer. And Mercedes is, I think, an Aries, if I remember correctly.
Let me check.
They're not gonna be together. They're not.
I'm not into Tyler at all. He looks too like a baby to me, and like he doesn't have that. It's like a baby with a six pack. It's weird.
Right, but he is truly a Cancer. Like he has this rock hard body, physique. But he's sensitive. He is sensitive.
Definitely in family.
And Brittany made him even more sensitive. Okay. So he is just like fragile.
John Henry's Taurus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Taurus and
Leo.
Yeah. I mean, but like, okay, so the other people that are going to start liking him later on also is not going to work with him, really. Like Mercedes, if she's an Aries, like I think. Aries, like fire and earth, nah. I believe
Mercedes is what, Zach season 2 with Kat?
I believe so, yeah.
Let me look.
I think Kat's a Gemini. Kat should have stuck with Brayden.
Kat is a Scorpio.
Kat's a Scorpio?
No, sorry, that was Katie. My bad. Sorry, I'm trying to read. Oh, Kat's a Gemini.
Yeah.
She's a Gemini. Duh. Her birthday was this week.
Yeah.
And then Mercedes. Where is she?
She's an Aries, I think.
Wait, she was on Zach's season?
I didn't watch Zach's season, so I don't know.
Oh wait, yes, I see her. She's Aries, yeah.
So the people that's seemingly in the future are going to be going for Mr. John Henry are not innately a good match. Mercedes maybe should have stuck with Will because they actually have a better astrological energy because Tyler and her, she's just not going to be inspired by his like mushy wateriness. Like,
yeah, but this is where this BS of coming on with existing relationships is the issue because again, what's her name? Oh God.
Kylie and Mercedes are like
Kylie and
BFFs.
Mercedes are besties. They just did a TikTok where they're like, oh, they're the same person. And they treated this situation the same. And Tyler and Avon
Raven.
are roommates. And so, hello, existing relationships. You're focused on
Mhm.
that rather than focusing on actually coming on trying to find. And this is the problem I have with them too, is because you guys are trying to come on, glom onto people who maybe have more followings already and have like existing popularity. But if you get with somebody who maybe doesn't have a great following yet, and you are successful,
Yeah, you're
the
the it
following will
couple.
come.
Will come.
Absolutely. But they're playing a different game. They're not playing the long
Mhm.
game. And then Sam, new Sam, which person is she gonna choose? She's gonna choose Pilot Pete. I'm so surprised by this. I actually can't stand the man. I don't like him.
We never even saw him talk to her. They never
know.
even showed them talk.
That's because the producers were like, yeah, just pick Pete.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know
Like,
who to
they
pick.
returned the favor of him picking Olivia and said, yeah, just pick Pete. They didn't need Aaron S. He already did his job last week, burning that,
Uh-huh.
the breaking the box. They didn't need him. He could
Mhm.
go back to Sam and hope she poops, and that's it. Like, they don't need it. Like, like, because think about it. If he went from one Sam to another,
Yeah, no. So going home is John B. They really don't want to support his love story, huh?
No, they
he's on
don't.
Instagram with the Simpsons thing where he's like in the revolving door where he comes in and walks back out. Like, what are y'all
Right.
thinking?
Did they give
Right.
him a date?
Right.
Yeah, he got a date. He took
He got
Eliza.
a
He
date.
got a
He
date
got a
with
date.
Eliza.
So obviously Realnesss is gone. He can go back to Sam. Will, I mean, Will's messed up his own game, right?
Oh,
Right.
I guys,
Karma.
I literally tweeted, am I supposed to feel sorry for Will? Like,
I don't.
I don't.
sorry, not sorry. I don't feel sorry. And there's so many people, oh my God, he didn't deserve this. He deserved to find love
Yeah,
and
he
all this
did.
stuff. And I said, he screwed his own pooch. Like, if he had stayed with Olivia, especially Olivia's the main character right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he was in a love triangle with Olivia and John Henry, let's say.
He, like, they connected,
Yes.
right? I thought that they had a vibe. I was like, wow, like, this is so cute. Like, I want to see how this relationship grows. Like, I was in it. And then I didn't see anything with Kylie. I don't see Kylie even with Avon, like anything. Like, she doesn't, to me, doesn't give off anything. It's all performative from my perspective. And
Yeah.
so, like, yes, she's obviously gorgeous and she's probably everybody on the top of everybody's list. And he really wanted to date her, that he threw aside someone that he wasn't anticipating going to be there. And I think it really screwed up his opportunity in Paradise, because I do think that they could have gone the distance.
I
do.
agree.
Yep.
Leo and Leo, I think they had. It would be different if I was like, no, they didn't have chemistry though.
No, they
Like,
did. They were so cute.
they were so cute. They seemed
he
to like
was
really
freaking
be.
out of his shell, and like he was
Yeah,
like, he looked like he was having a good time, and like
yeah.
was surprised by her, and I was
Yeah,
like,
they were flirting off the
Yeah.
bat, and like, even if it was just, he was playing around, being playful, it was nice. It was a nice
It
flirt.
was.
Like, and I say this to somebody, like, if you don't flirt with me, we don't, like, somebody was like, I was like, oh, that person's not my type, and somebody was like, what do you mean? Why are they not your type? Because we're in a room together and they never flirt with me. So that
Mhm.
means they're not my type, because I need a flirt, right? Like, so it's, if you can do that, like, naturally, like, you could build on that. And he like,
Right.
he went for looks, like,
and then and like even when he's hanging out with Kylie, he's just like laying there. You know what I mean? Like there's at least with Olivia, like either joking around and he's carrying her from the water, and like they're just like they were active.
Yeah.
And like we're just laying there being like, oh, I like you, oh, I like you, oh, you're pretty, oh, you're pretty, oh, like, yeah, I'm really attracted to you. Like it was like they were just hanging out and having a good time and being attracted to each other and enjoying each other's company. And he threw that away because he thought he could get with the it girl.
Screwed the pooch.
And then couldn't even recognize that Mercedes kind of used him for Rose.
Played him just the same way that Kylie played him.
Yeah, because they're roommates and they probably trade techniques. And she's probably like, oh, for Will, you could get him easily. It's easy. Don't worry.
That's exactly what she did.
Exactly.
Like, I would go for Will too. Be like, yeah, I could get him to like me in a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she didn't do anything other than being like, oh, kiss, cuddle.
It'd be absolutely different if I feel like he didn't do what he did to Olivia, then get upset because the same kind of was done to him, and then got with somebody and was building a life with them after one night, and she dumped him the next. So twice, like to me, and I hate to say it, and people don't like it when you say it, but it's karma. Like I feel like that is the energy you put out on the beach, and you got it back, and it ended up kicking ass outside the beach. Yep.
And when they get it back, they're the victim. It's like they just don't understand it.
Not the victim to me. Hey, Debu.
Hi, Debu. V thinks that Pete and Sam look good for 34. I think, really? I mean, like, they look normal to me. Is that looking good for 34? Is 34 old? I don't know. I can't tell anymore.
I don't want to say what.
Oh, Boy Jane. Supposed to be 34, knowing she's 43. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't think 34 is people look old. They look like babies to me. So, like.
I think, women of a certain age and a certain racial background, sometimes they do look a little aging for 34.
Okay. I feel like maybe Canadians don't look as old, maybe.
Maybe. Sam looks good. Girly is banging.
I'm like,
maybe.
That's why I'm saying, like,
I mean, she looked 34 though. She didn't look good to be 34. She looked 34.
Right.
I mean, she didn't look older than 34, but she just looked 34.
Even in Canada, like I said, there were younger men there that she entertained, and it didn't look off-putting. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whereas, like, if she had picked Sean, it's like, no.
Right. Right.
I mean, I don't know who would look right with Sean personally. Like, he doesn't exude relationship to me. I don't know. Anyways, whatever.
I need him to grow. Like, let me see grown Sean. Like, when grown Sean shows up, maybe I could say, oh
like
my
in
God.
8 years though.
That's what I feel like. I feel
it would definitely be like him being 30. He would have to be like 30, 31.
And I bet you in 8 years, we're going to be like, that is the perfect person for Sean.
V says, no, I meant that Peter told Sam that she looked good for 34. That would turn me off. Oh!
He did tell her that
Sorry,
later.
I didn't read that
and
right.
I thought that
I thought that's what she meant.
No, I said Peter and Sam look good for. I thought V was saying that Peter and Sam look good for. I didn't read that it said, not and.
Oh, I read the and.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree. We agree that, like, if someone said I look good for my age, I'd be like, well, you don't look good with me. We're done here. Like, that's too rude. You look good for 34.
Yeah, it was the way he said it was kind of like a shot, though. It was like passive aggressive. Like, I didn't like the way he said it. Yeah.
Well, it's like, does he think he looks bad for 34, or that he looks good for 33 or whatever? Maybe he just thought she was younger.
Words be coming out of Pilot Pete 2.0's mouth, and I just be like, you just talking to just a chat, right? Okay.
So when do we get to the point where it's the F Pete? Because, like, this was all filmed before Men Tell All, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know. Timeline, Dabu, do you know? So before we cut to commercial break, Sam says she is here and she is taking over the beach, which I'm happy about. Like, these people are boring.
She needed to come. Hurricane Sam, let's go.
Give it. Right. So in the morning, we see Sam and Olivia talking. I'm like, oh, this is a good duo. I hope that they start causing some chaos. That's fun.
The ITMs between the two this episode, I will say 8. Absolutely 8.
Absolutely. So Aaron B is discussing, about them being in a couple and all the other couples, and these relationships are forming, and it's Kat's 27th birthday, and Olivia comes down and she has a date card, and it says, Rachel, take a swing at love. Did you think that Rachel was going to get this date?
Yes.
No. Oh, I did.
Okay, why no, Miss TJoy?
I didn't. Well, I'm talking about previously. I saw previews of them being like in a pinata stuff, so I knew, coming. Now, okay, yes, but if you would have told me like a week ago that she was going to get a date card, I wouldn't have thought that.
No, I thought that because I think she's with the person they wanted her to actually go on a date with.
And that's because he was on her list in the beginning.
Yeah, I think they thought that they probably would have gotten together at the beginning, and maybe they would have gave it to her like a week ago. But I don't know what happened that he went off.
He was in with Kat because
right. So she was with Sean and he was with Kat, and I just don't think that they converged, and so then Kat screwed the pooch. So
no, I don't think that they wanted her to be with Brayden necessarily, but I think they wanted her to either break up Kat and Brayden. I think they probably wanted Kat to do that, Rachel to do that, not
that's
Kat.
what I mean. That's what I'm saying. If they thought that she there was a possibility that that's what she would do, I think they would have gave her the date last week. But that she went off with Sean and was sitting with Sean. It it was weird. Like, and I'm sure producer was in Sean's head. Like, don't you think like you should go and like approach Jess and tell her how you feel? You don't think that they lit that fire under his butt just to make sure it's good and done?
It came out of nowhere because he got back recharged on her because he had let that go. What? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was like back on it. Like, I have to tell her how I feel. You know.
Mm-hmm. So Kat is pissed because she didn't get a date on her birthday. And so Rachel, though, of course, chooses Brayden for their date. And they go and run off, and they're piggybacking each other and being kind of goofy and silly, which I'm fine. I'm fine with Rachel being happy and silly, a bit silly.
Yeah.
Me too. It's better than crying.
I don't, if they want us to be invested, I'm not invested, right? Like, but it was fun to watch them have a fun date. Like,
right.
I'm okay with that too, right? But this, to me right now, is not lending me to, oh my God, they're going to get engaged at the end of this.
No. I don't know who said it, but they're like, well, which earring is he going to wear? It's probably Aaron B.
The long ones, they were like the long ones. And then somebody was like, they're getting longer and longer. And somebody was like, at the end, they're going to be down here. I was like, my people who agree with me with these earrings. Okay.
They don't bother me.
They don't bother me. Even on like Married at First Sight, one of the guys on there, he wore earrings for his wedding, and people were freaking out. And I'm like, I'm
the Native American.
I'm like, first of all, it's culturally what's done in his culture, right? He's Native. They wear earrings. The men wear earrings on their wedding day. Why are you freaking out?
Yeah, I don't think it would bother me at all.
And his wife came on and was like, your earrings are wonderful. Like, she loved them, and people were still in the comments freaking out. She liked them. You wouldn't marry her. Marry him. Yeah. She did.
Right.
So Blake is worried about Brayden diving in. So why is Blake worried about Brayden? When did this come from?
So I was listening to another podcast, and they were mentioning how all these people that we like seem to be very protective of Brayden all of a sudden, and it's like maybe we misjudged him, and I don't want to go that far, like, but
He was annoying.
No, because he was acting how he was acting. We were judging him of how
right,
he was
because
acting.
I don't want to take that away from Charity's experience. I do feel like a, a lot of the stuff that he did were inappropriate to both Charity, and some of the comments he made about the men of color I did not appreciate, right? Like about them being aggressive, like that stuff. But again, he's 24, growth, like maturity. But I'm wondering, if is it the age factor, or is it that they do see, I think a lot of them might know him because again, he is friends with Aaron, the other Aaron.
Aaron S.
Right?
Aaron S.
So
No, not as the other Aaron.
Aaron S and him are best friends. Remember, they were caught. They were saved from the sinking boat.
They got rescued. Yeah.
But like both Aarons, I think you see them always hanging out together. So I think it is the San Diego crew. They probably went back and like were hanging out a little.
That's what I'm saying. And so I do feel like afterwards, maybe they just built this connection with Brayden. They're like, oh, he's not a bad guy. He might have done those things, but now we kind of understand him. So all these guys, and again, all these guys know each other. They talk to each other. They hang out with each other very often. They all seem very, very protective of Brayden. And I really do feel like a lot of them feel like Kat played him, which they're not wrong. Kat did kind of play him. But he also is still immature for me. But that's why I'm saying I'm fine with him and Rachel.
So I thought it was really cute when they're trying to get John Henry to do the Matthew McConaughey lines, like the all right, all right, all right. I'm like, you do sound like him, John Henry. It's so cute. He's such a cute little face. I'm not into him, but like he has a cute face.
Very cute.
Aven and Kylie, I have to roll my. Sorry.
I like him for Olivia though. I think
I don't know if it's gonna work, but like for right now, I'll take it. So Aven and Kylie are talking about their connection. I had to roll my eyes because I'm just like, okay, like all they do is talk about their connection, but I don't see it. I don't feel it. They just say like, "Hi, I love being here with you. Oh, I feel something with you. I see something with you outside of this. Yeah, like I don't want to see anybody else. It's just me and you." And it's like, okay, and then kiss.
Yeah, it's again, it's like, was I supposed to feel something? Because I felt nothing. Like, and I don't think I'm dead inside. Like, I want to feel. They're pretty, and they're pretty together, and I want to feel something for them, but I feel nothing.
I don't feel anything.
Nothing. It's sad, actually. I feel bad.
Okay, I'm a dancer. I come from a dance background. I danced all my life. I love dancing, and I love dancing for people. And so the fact that she's never even danced for him, like, you know what I mean? Like,
she was trying to do that twerking when they were in that dare thing. She can't even twerk right. I was like, that is not twerking.
Well, twerking,
Meg the Stallion would embarrass you. Like, that is not twerking.
Professional dancers, I have it's hard to twerk because it's not like it's completely
it's anti what you do.
What we've learned for 20 years, you know what I mean? So I can't twerk. I can fake it kind of, but like I can't twerk, not well. And so I can understand that. But like give me a little striptease type dance for him. Like I don't see her doing anything that's just like little teasing stuff. Like there's none of that. Like if I was dating someone on this beach and they're lying on the bed, I wouldn't just go sit beside them. I'd probably like crawl on top of them and like, roll in and cuddle with them. I don't know. Like I don't see any sort of magnetism in their connection. I just see them
like even thinking back on other couples that are very similar, right? Like, so like the Joe and Serena, the Serene and Brandon, right? Like, although, one's not together, one's married, they both got engaged on the beach. So we're going like that. Like even them, yes, a lot of people will say, oh, they were boring on the beach, but you saw their connection. Like they did nothing on the beach, but lie there with each other, but you felt and saw their connection.
Well, like, yeah, like at least Serene
Yeah.
was like giggling and laughing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
has Kylie ever even smiled?
Not that I've seen. Every time, even when they're having a conversation, it's like, I like you. I like you. Like, like even in
They
their
gotta be
like, I'm not
together.
like
I see
feeling
them
that they
being
actually like each
together.
other.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like they're boring. They're so boring. I don't see anything exciting about their connection. Nothing at all. Dabu here is saying it's a bit rich coming from Blake. He's fallen for many bachelorettes now. It's true. So him being scared for him diving in, like, you know.
Maybe he knows from experience.
But like, allow him to dive in. He's 24. Like,
Yeah,
who cares?
maybe he knows from experience. He's fallen in and out of love with bachelorettes. They've all broken his heart.
But like, I don't know. Would he not want to do it? I don't know. I would think that he still would have wanted to have these relationships because he's like famous and probably has made a lot of money from it.
Yeah.
So Aaron B and Eliza talking about moving to LA, and she's curious if he would even consider moving to Berlin, and he would. I thought that they were cute.
Where
and
does that
I
come
like
from?
him.
What makes her want to move to
Berlin's like a fun, cool city. It's like a very. I know a lot of people that move to Berlin that love Berlin. So, is she an artist? Because it's like kind of like an artist city. It's like a European New York.
I don't know what she does. I don't know what she does for a living, or I don't know anything.
Or maybe she was just asking to see whether he would say yes or not. But Berlin is a city that young people are interested in going in. It has a really great nightlife. It has a really huge art scene. It's a very big fashion scene. So like if you want something very lively and like eclectic and like, yeah, it's a cool city. It's like a European New York, I would say.
Okay.
Or German New York, something like that. I haven't been personally, but I know some people that are obsessed with that city. So, so I think that she just wanted to see if he would be willing to go there, or if he's just stuck in like North America.
Yeah.
But I said I like him when he's happy. When he's feeling good and happy, like he's a very likable person. I don't like him when he's sad though, or like annoyed with like Brayden. I like him right now. Okay, hold on. Let's see what V's saying here. Ava posted online that he's upset that his connection with Kylie isn't being shown because it wasn't there, babe.
So does that mean they're still together?
Oh, Eliza's German. That's why she asked.
Oh, she is German. That's right. I do remember that.
Oh, well then 100%.
Okay.
Like
that makes sense now.
I think that's also their connection. I think they're both like military brats.
Oh, she was born in Germany, and so that's cool.
Yeah.
Even Kylie are snooze, seems all physical, but like not even though.
Like not even physical. Give me the physical. I'll take the physical.
Yeah, like I mean,
we never even see them making out.
A good kisser, like because he has.
So that's what he's saying is missing, like that they've been making out and they're not showing it to us. Fair.
Okay, so for their date, that's Brayden and Rachel, they're going to be coming a human piñata, and they have this Mexican woman explaining them about the piñata. And I know this was a fun date, but like I just wish that they would give them colors that looked good together. Like I just don't want everybody just covered in brown paint. It's just like I don't know, or like I wish they were more considerate of like making it still look good. In art school, one of my favorite classes was color theory, where you just learned how to mix colors really, really well. And you'd have to do like a color wheel. And so you'd go and like, you just go from like red, and then you go red through orange, then orange through yellow, and then yellow through green, and like then to blue. And so you just go through the whole color wheel. And so you can use red, blue, and yellow, the primary colors, to make really great colors. But when you mix them all together, eventually it gets either brown
Muddy.
or gray. And so
Mhm.
I just wish that they
Right.
were just more considerate of the colors and how they were using it. So you just wouldn't get this brown color when you mix all three primary colors together. I just was annoyed by that because I'm like, I
Right.
just want them to like at least look good when they're having fun. Like
Yes.
it just looked
Mhm.
like gross and like just I don't know.
I
I
agree.
think that they wanted them to look disheveled and gross, and like
Yeah.
when they're doing all their ITMs with their hair all over the place and they're wearing this pinata and they're just like covering brown sludge. But like, I don't know, if it were me, I would try to make my person look pretty still.
Yeah, I agree. I felt that way about looking at it. I was just like it lost
Mhm.
its
It was enough.
value of fun, bright, party.
So they do both say
Right.
that they're enjoying Paradise more now that they've found each other. Rachel was kind of was seeing that they're friends first, and like she does think that he's really attractive, but I wasn't sure if she could maybe see something a little bit more. And so it seems at this point they kind of established that they're looking to explore something more than friendship between each other. So I'm okay with it. I feel like Brayden is like just going with the flow. I don't know if he actually really likes
Yeah.
her, but I think that he's just like, okay, yeah, okay, let's do it.
I'm still here.
Like, yeah, like I think that
Yeah.
he's willing to dive in, but he's not that interested. If that makes sense.
Right. I mean, and to be
Right.
fair, he's 24. He could have put a wall up after everything that happened with Kat. I just I agree. Like I said, if this is supposed to be just them fun hanging out on the beach, I'll take it.
Mhm.
I'm not seeing anything potential developing right now. Not at all.
Not long term.
No.
No. So they hit the pinata together, and then she's doing an ITM, and he runs and grabs her, and they kiss, and you know, back at the beach, Kat. Oh, a new word that I never heard. She's like, it says that it's going to be a darty for her birthday, so which is a daytime party. Have you ever heard this term before?
No, we just say daytime party. So that's what we just say.
Day
We just say
drinking.
day party.
Day party. That's all. So somebody was lazy and was like, "Oh, darty," because
Dirty.
I've always heard day party.
Me too. Because we do get the captions that, you know, whoever's doing all of the captioning, I'm gonna give them a little bit of a check mark this episode.
Yes.
I don't know if I wrote
It
them all
was
down.
funny.
I chuckled at a few of them.
Yeah, the
Yes,
captions this
I
season
agree.
are way better than what they've been the last couple seasons. Like they've leaned in, and whoever's writing them, a plus to you.
A
Yes,
check mark.
it was good.
I enjoy them as well. So back at the beach, we see some legs coming down the stairs, and it's Davia. So I guess neither of you watched the season to know who she is at all, right?
She's pretty.
No.
She's very pretty. Very pretty.
Very pretty.
I don't fully remember her on this season. I remember thinking that she's stunning. And that's all I really remember. There was a little bit of drama that was going on, but I think that I don't remember exactly what happened. But she's super pretty. She comes down the steps and she just wants to put herself out there, and she has a date card and she wants to talk to Tanner to see, like, right away. So she also came in with an agenda.
So I just want to know who had these. Did Charity have these conversations with these people that they're just like, Tanner?
Well, she's coming on the beach next episode, so we'll see who she.
Let us talk about that. That's crazy.
We're coming to it soon. So she only wants to know about Tanner, but apparently, like, he's into fitness. She's into fitness.
I forgot Tanner was into fitness, honestly. I forgot when she said that. I was like, oh yeah, but I had forgotten that.
What is he? Is he like a personal trainer?
A gym owner, right? Doesn't he own a gym or something?
I really don't know anything about him. I don't know. I know he's a Pisces and she's a Pisces.
When she said that, I was thinking, yeah, he owns a gym or something.
I know he's a Pisces, she's a Pisces. Because that's what matters.
That's more important to me, right?
Oh my God, you would have loved it. Married at First Sight, the two people that got married. He's like, oh, so I'm a Sag moon, Leo rising, and a Sag sun. And she's like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. He's like, that's your big three? He's like, yeah. She's like, I'm also a Sag sun, a Leo rising,
Whoa.
and a Sagittarius moon.
Whoa. That's a connection.
Yeah.
Right? I wonder what their Venuses is then, because like in that case, like I wouldn't be surprised if their Venuses were the same as well, or their like
Or
yeah, that's pretty special.
Yeah, that's what somebody else said. That's rare.
It's really, really special. The same big three.
Same big three.
Even if it wasn't in the same like configuration, like it's still very, very connected.
Yeah.
You're sharing the same energy in your major planets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Venus one would like really set it off.
Knock it off the park.
Yeah. That's what I'd be curious about, which we could look up.
Yeah.
I'll check it out soon. All right. So yes. So she wants to see Tanner only. Does Tanner have a personality that I just have missed?
I that's what I'm saying. Like, did somebody be like, you gotta meet this guy Tanner? Because I'm not getting like nothing. Like even on charity season, I don't remember him having.
No, but I think he's attractive. I think that he kind of has like just this preppy, like all, guy next door, but attractive, like kind of look.
He has no
and
swag
I think
to
they're
me.
They're into that.
No swag. Like he's just so.
But I would pick him over a lot of the guys that are
pick
on
over
the
Sean.
beach.
Yes, I'd pick Brayden over him. Sorry. What you would or you wouldn't? You'd pick Tanner over Brayden?
I would not.
I would.
Yes.
Well, you guys like Pisces. I don't like Pisces. So.
That's true. I like water.
I do not like Pisces.
Well, you like this man. So Olivia thinks though that Daria is going to be able to have any man that she wants on the beach, which is pretty true, even though her personality is a little bit flat from what I've seen anyways. But Tanner just keeps on going on about she has one blue eye, one green eye. She has one blue eye, one green eye. Her eyes. But I mean, they're stunning. And
he does own a gym. Who knew? He owns a gym. He has an app coming. Who knew?
I told you I thought he owned a gym. Yeah, because I remember him saying it on the season. Like he owns a gym.
Wow. I forgot. So, of course, Kat is worried now that Davia is there, and her date card says, let love take the lead tonight. So she talks with Tanner, like I said, while they're off talking. Kat would like to know what Tanner is saying about what's going on between the two of them, because she doesn't know where they stand in their relationship thing. And I'm just like, so you don't know where they stand, but like you threw away so coldly your thing that you had with Brayden that did seem that it was something substantial was going on there. He was being very open and clear with how he felt about you. And you said that you were completely honest with him and he knew exactly how you felt and that he was just playing the victim. And now you're in that same position. That's interesting. It's interesting. Kat.
Right.
Kat's getting some karma. So Tanner comes back grinning when he finishes talk with Davia. I was like,
I will say their conversation, they had a lot of chemistry. Like
the Pisces thing, right?
Yeah,
I think they are just
their personalities are the same.
They were just flowing. They were flowing. I saw it.
They just they were just like, not that it was like a spark, but it was just like
no, not a spark,
settled.
But
it was like
yeah.
Whatever this is.
Yeah.
But Kat starts spiraling on my birthday. On my birthday. It's my birthday. Okay. Olivia does feel for Kat and thinks that Hurricane Kat might come out. Might?
Might?
I mean, I didn't know that Kat was this unhinged when she was on Zach's season. Like, we saw a little bit of it, but I was kind of on her side because I wasn't a fan of Brooklyn. But now I see more of what Brooklyn probably saw that they didn't show on the season.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, this woman is... They know what they can get out of her, so they're just going to toy out
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to milk it. Oh, yeah.
Every single freak out they can get. So Davia does talk to Kylie and says that Tanner said that he is open. And Kylie was like, he doesn't really seem like they're open. But like, that's what he was. He did not say like, hey, I'm closed off. Hey, I'm only interested in getting to Kat. Like, he did not say that at all. Now, do you think that he's been waiting for Davia? Do you think that they had a little DM slider in her beforehand?
You know what? Didn't even think about it, but maybe because she was dead set on being Tanner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if
literally
they had a DM situation, but I think he knew he didn't want to be with Kat long term. You know what I mean? Like, he was
I think after the whole Braden situation, she was just like,
he did. Like, I will say he did warn her that he was warned by all the guys, like, about her, and whatever maybe he had with Kat, I think that it put him on notice. That's A. But B, he really wasn't giving Davia anything about Kat in their conversation. So either he had already jumped ship, or maybe you're right, Chantel. Maybe they had a pre-existing something.
We'll meet on the beach.
Right. We'll meet on the beach.
He was mesmerized by those two color eyes, honey. He saw her.
Oh my God. He really was. He was annoying.
Who was annoying?
He was like, oh, she has one blue and one green eye. She has one blue and she has one green eye. It's just so like, I'm
green
like,
eye.
What did she say, Tanner? What were the words that came out of her mouth?
I mean, but Pisces are romantic. They're imaginative. They love things that are beautiful and romantic. They're just really emotional
fair.
and watery.
So for him, it's probably, oh my God, she's so rare. Like, she has this like genetic defect. Basically what it is. But it just makes her stand out even more.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just like this, like, it's just so magical and beautiful and dreamy and romantic, and that's very Pisces. So yeah, I think that he's just being they're the real knight in shining armors is Pisces, you know what I mean? Because they're just a little more watery, a little more romantic, a little more serenade type, you know? So Tanner does pull Kat for a chat. And he says that you were tested with Braden, and now this date is going to give him clarity. I was just like, you can't let him go, Kat. Like, she was not happy about it. She was pissed in her ITM. And
it's
no
idea
how, it's her birthday. How dare they do this on her birthday? Like, he just had him on a date with somebody else on her birthday. And she has no idea how birthdays end up on Paradise.
Don't come on Paradise if your birthday lands in this.
Well, yeah, it's basically if you are a Cancer or a Gemini or a Leo, likely you're gonna have your birthday on Paradise.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, but that's what her Chiron says, though. No idea how birthdays end up on Paradise. Like, someone wrote that caption. Hilarious.
I know. Like, when I saw that, I started cracking up.
They right on the money. They know what we want. They're like between Olivia and the captions, and then they brought in Sam.
Yeah, I mean they're bringing the entertainment. I wish they just would like focus a little bit on the connections, and then they would have a hit again.
But I'm just wondering, editing wise, if they just I don't read spoilers, so if they just went back and realized they had very little connection. But it's also their fault because you threw 4 women out night 1, 4 men
Out
night 2. Like I don't understand how you expect to build connections throwing people out all willy-nilly.
Exactly.
It's like they're investing in the people that started on the beach, and they just want to just like break those relationships up, or they stay together.
Correct.
Like, they don't want to create new connections that they're surprised by.
Yeah.
So Olivia brings Kat a birthday cake, and she's singing happy birthday with the kitchen staff, and she's crying, and like she's like wiping her cheeks, and then they sing it to her in Spanish, and like you're just like crying.
I can't.
It was a good gag. It was funny. Aaron B, though, does not feel bad for Kat at all. This is how karma works. And got to agree with Aaron B.
Yep. Yeah.
So Kat is pissed off, and we see her storming off with the cake. And then the next frame, we see the cake in the water. We didn't actually see her throw the cake. And I did see either on Instagram or a post somewhere that she said that she never actually threw the cake in the water. So... she stormed off with it, and maybe the producers set it down and got that shot, but she didn't throw the cake in the water, apparently.
I don't doubt it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So Kat, in the nighttime now, Tanner and Davia are on their date, and he is smitten, though. He just stares at her as if she's like the most gorgeous thing he's ever seen in his life. He's just like,
listen,
she looked good in that outfit, though. She did look good in her outfit.
The way Tanner was looking at Davia, she looked like a goddess. Like, based like through his eyes, and she's a gorgeous girl. But like, it was like looking at a deity.
Yeah, no, and I think like. He's just like, I think she's the prettiest woman he's ever seen. Like, it's like for him, I think that he's a standout for him. Obviously, I agree that she's super beautiful, but there's something about her that he's like mesmerized by. Like, he's just like taken, and I nobody can beat this connection right now. Like what he's feeling. Like, if it's reciprocated by her in like a smidge, like they're it's a long haul, which I think she is.
I do too.
Yeah.
We see Brayden and Rachel returning to the beach, and Brayden feels slight satisfaction that Tanner's out on a date and Kat is crying.
Yo, they came back and they were like rabble rousing, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, who's missing?" Tanner's on a date. Well, we're gonna go take a shower.
We're gonna go take a shower. We'll be back.
And you be any more transparent?
That's what I'm saying. They did all this on her birthday. They made sure that Brayden went on a date, and the guy that she's coupled up with went on a date.
Went on a whole other date.
Hurricane Cat to come out. They were like, "We're gonna do everything."
It's like a real slap on the wrist. Like, sorry it's your birthday, but you deserved it. It's just kick in the teeth.
They're like, let's see what else we can do to this girl on her birthday. Yeah.
Right.
The next thing they're gonna do a truth booth, and like or truth box, and they're gonna have a bonfire all on her birthday.
All on her birthday.
Bonfire. Let's roast Kat. So then we see Kat with the piñata, like she's going to town with the piñata, but while at the same time there's like it cuts to Davia and Tanner romantically dancing, and like she's seemingly a professional dancer, and so he lifts her up doing like the whole dirty dancing lift, and like it actually looked pretty good.
It did. It was listen, I'm sure them being in that date, they were like, this is the best date I've ever had, because it felt romantic. It like I'm not saying it would be my type of date, but for them it just felt they felt like it for them it would be like the most romantic thing to be in that just that cave that they gave them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So while they're dancing, she's hitting the pinata. We hear Kat just ranting over like the voiceover
Yes.
over these two scenes going back and forth. So pinata, 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 and like sexy dancing lift, and like Kat just screaming and freaking out. And I'm like, it was a little good segment.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it was. It was.
they
It
did
was.
that
Especially
well.
with the music in the background, like that the band was playing, and it was like hitting these notes, and she's punching and hitting, and they're dipping and flipping. And, I mean, it was just everything. I liked it.
I really wonder what they probably are thinking. Like they turned our romantic.
I mean, it was perfect. I love
They
it.
were doing some kissing. They were doing some kissing. You hear me? So they thought it was romantic because they were making
Mm-hmm.
out that whole time.
Yeah.
So I wrote down next, like, is Kat gonna leave? Because I don't know what she said. She must have said something like, I can't, like, if I'm not gonna be able to be with Tanner, like, maybe this is not for me or something like that. Do you think that Kat will leave the beach?
I mean,
Kat is also delusional. She keeps saying, even when he comes back, I'm not taking him back. Baby, when he come back, he
He's
ain't
not
going he
yours.
ain't checking for you. What are you talking about?
well, I mean, she tried to sabotage it, so he had no choice, but that didn't work. I don't think
Right.
it worked personally, but um, he's there sleeping, and she's trying to do everything in her power to get Davia to look at him badly, because I guess she's like, well, if it worked for on him from the other guys, maybe it'll work for me. And I don't. I just think like she she was misrepresenting a lot as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
um because I just don't feel like your connection was that strong. Like
But
you
it's
did.
because she dumped, like, she made a big deal
Yeah.
about her wanting to pursue something with Tanner,
Right.
and she made that decision. And so I think because she thought she made that decision, that like he's going to be happy to be with her,
Right.
and that there's no going to be nobody that he's going to want more than her, because she made
Right.
that decision to leave Brayden for him.
Right.
And like Boo Boo the fool over there don't get it that like he wasn't that into you.
Right.
He
Like, and I
doesn't.
wonder
This is a Will Cannon
how,
situation too. Like,
yeah, like how Mercedes and some of these other women that did very similar things, that how they're going to follow suit with situations like this, because we know it's going to come. But she again, another person who screwed the pooch, and really you only have yourself to blame. And it's funny how here people are okay with blaming her, but nobody wants to blame them. Just like they did the same thing. They did the
mhm.
same thing, guys. They got played. I'm sorry. And I don't even think Tanner played her as
Well,
much as.
I don't think that he was pursuing her.
You're right.
Like, like he didn't ask her, or did he ask her out on the date? Yeah, or did he? I can't remember. He might have
Yeah, because he
invited
had
her
a
on the
date
Yes.
date.
card. He came in.
He
He
came with
asked
the
her
date
on the date.
card, and we were confused at how come he got a date card. But yes, he came with the date card, and he did choose her. But again, like she didn't have to go on the date. She didn't have to leave Braden even after the date. But I also think it comes back to what we're saying before. I think maybe the men got in his ear, and so it's like it's kind of like what probably happened with Michael A. and Sierra and Danielle. He had this prior potential connection. Maybe she reached out to him to do some fitness or whatever. And he like Michael A. always kept saying, well, it's just that, whatever with Sierra wasn't strong enough for him to continue. So it's like, okay, yes, we had something on the beach, but it wasn't something enough for me to leave what I potentially came there to do.
Right. Exactly. Because they didn't have enough time. Like, if they
Right,
had spent the whole summer on the beach, that would be different. But like, it was
right,
like 3 days. So like, if there was nobody else in the picture, maybe they would have pursued that and it would have worked and been a stronger connection. But because he had a plan, sorry, Cyril, you weren't part of my plan. Sorry, Kat, you weren't part of my plan. Like, I might have been part of your plan, but you weren't part of my plan. Sorry, Will, you weren't part of my plan. Raven was my plan. So, and
what comes back to what we said in the beginning, the producers need to start bringing all these people with plans on the damn beach.
Oh, and next time, Tyler's plan is Jess, probably.
Yes.
So that's they're gonna mess up things with Mercedes here.
Yep.
Who else has some plans?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a problem. It's a problem. So Wells is fixing the truth box, and Sam is inquiring about it. So they obviously replay the whole moment where Aaron S breaks the truth box. And so Sam decides to introduce some truth or dare to the Islanders. And so Sam dares Aaron B to eat a pepper.
That was hilarious. Woo! And Eliza's there, like, you okay? Are you okay?
I'm like, somebody go get this man some milk. Go get him some milk. They
were just like, are you okay? And I was just like, somebody get him something to combat the pepper.
It's just like,
he like, that pepper was 3 colors. 3 colors. I don't know.
It's like teal, orange, and yellow or something like that.
He's like, where did they find it? Where did they find that? Where did it come from? I mean, you're in Mexico. They got lots of peppers in Mexico.
Can you imagine? And you know when
it was probably like a Serrano that was like probably like just got picked. So it probably was less hot than it normally would have been.
I mean, those peppers are hot though.
Yeah,
I went to a Mexican restaurant and like we had some hot peppers.
Yeah.
Poor guy. I hate the whole thing. God.
In one swoop.
Maybe they should have given that to Sam.
He just downed it. It wasn't even like he took bites. He just was like.
Actually, probably better that he didn't take bites because like having all those seeds like crushing up in his mouth.
First of all, de-seed the damn pepper and come back.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for him. Hopefully, he'll be able to sleep.
Because even last night, I had a jalapeno with like I make this sushi bowl where like it's like salmon with a tomato and a slice of jalapeno and then like Japanese mayo. And so you get like that cool, spicy cool. But like even the pepper I had, and it was a small pepper. It was spicy and I de-seeded it. So can you imagine?
Yes, I can. And it's hot. Poor guy. Olivia dares Brayden to give a lap dance to anyone. She gives it to Jess. It wasn't bad. Like, I've seen a lot worse of a lap dance.
He was doing a good lap dance. He was doing good, yeah.
Like, it was a lap dance that wasn't, like, too much for someone that's not the person that he's dating. And it wasn't I wasn't embarrassed for him.
Oh, I wasn't embarrassed for him.
So
I was more embarrassed for Kylie's twerking.
Yes.
I don't even think I wrote that down. I probably was like, Jess dares Pete to kiss the most attractive person, and he goes in for a kiss with Kylie. She's just like this.
And Kylie's face is like this.
It was hilarious. Because first of all, we ain't been seeing her make it out with Avon. And so it just made it like, can she kiss? Oh no, she just hates him.
She was like, I'm sorry, you deserve better. You deserve.
She's like, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean that. And you deserve better. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah. Why do these men keep going for Kylie? She don't like none of y'all.
None of y'all. Olivia imitating that moment was really funny too.
I'm telling you, her and Sam on these ideas was just like gold because she was like, Pilot Pete. And the thing is, she likes Pete, but she was like, oh, you played yourself. Look at Olivia's always going to tell you when you play yourself. She was like, oh no, you played.
She's probably like,
Sorry.
ooh, good. I like, oh, he just got like a weird swerve. Like, it wasn't even a swerve. It was like a standstill. Like,
it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Pete asks Mercedes who she wants to make out with that's on the daybed, and she chooses John Henry. Why is she going on someone else's man? I was liking Mercedes beforehand, but it seems like she likes picking at other people's people, you know? Like Olivia's finally with somebody that she's seemingly interested and happy with.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have to go in on him?
I think, personally, she might have chose Aaron B, but we know everything that happened there. And she probably thought, oh, I won't be the bad guy if I go after Olivia's guy because they just got together. Mm. And I'm sure she's not realizing Olivia's main character. She probably thinks Olivia is just a nobody. Olivia is the main character. And what you're going to do is not going to give you a good look, Mercedes. Sorry.
So Braden dares Kat to give a body shot to someone. She also chooses John Henry.
Yeah, they're all targeting the newest connection because they don't like Pilot Pete.
Right. Fair. But they also all think John Henry is hot too. I mean, they do think.
And I think they also don't respect Olivia in this way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because I mean, Jessica the one for R&B, but again, like it's territorial. They're gonna go after who they think is weak and that they can get. Mm-hmm. And all Olivia's gonna do is she's gonna let all these men play themselves and then rip every single last one of them in their diary rooms. And so we're about to eat. I feel sad for her, but I also, looking at astrology, none of these men are really for her. But Olivia. The thing with Olivia is too, she's amazing in that she connects with these men in ways that, surprisingly you shouldn't, because like you probably either have nothing in common, but she brings a lot of spark to these like boring ass men.
Yeah, she brings it out of them for sure. And how do you guys feel when Mercedes dares Olivia to suck on someone's finger and she chooses John Henry's?
That was so hot.
I was like,
I thought that was.
That was hot as fuck,
when she looked at him in his eye, he had to turn away because I think he thought to himself, "And all y'all will get off this bed if I keep looking at her."
You know what?
And a Taurus is gonna like a nice sensation.
Yes.
He was probably like, "Oh, I like that a lot."
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, I'm looking at him. It is. He could not even connect everybody else is like, holy shit.
Like, I don't know if I should be watching this.
That's how it looked. It was like they were on some beds and everybody's around them, but it felt like, why y'all in the room with them? Why you here?
It was pretty hot, I have to say. Erin B dares I'll ask Jess truth or dare. She says truth. And is it true that Blake is your number one connection right now? She pauses. And pauses. And
guys,
finally she says yes.
Well, he's the only one I'm interested in right now. So
it's on the beach.
I would put him at the top of my list.
So 2 episodes ago, we said him saying that he was open to more connections put her off, but is it the other way around? Was he feeling something from her that made him not want to like fully
lock it down?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Well, I think he probably was feeling something from her, but also if you say that, then we both can be on the same wavelength. If you open, I'm open. Because we
But
haven't
then
had
be
the
open. Then say
exclusivity.
you're open, but that's not what she did here. Instead, she's like trying not to step on his toes. So that's my thing. That's why I'm saying what was we weren't seeing that. Remember, we weren't seeing their conversations, and we kept saying they seem to
Right.
have like a really good vibe. Why are we not seeing their conversations? But maybe in their conversations, he was getting something that was kind of like, well, I really like her, but maybe she's not there yet. Let me give her time. And as they're going on, she's like, "Oh, I don't know how to get out of this."
Well, and I think that she has, and I think this is the plight of an Aquarius,
Mm-hmm.
is that being amicable in kind of who you're going for in relationships. There's stronger
Mm-hmm.
personalities that will overtake the pursuit of another person. And so I think that she did want Tyler more than Kat did, but Kat bulldozed and went for Tanner, and Jess isn't going to compete in that way. And like I've definitely been in that situation where I thought I had a better connection with someone, but someone else was more of a bulldozer and more pursuant, and they went for that connection, and I just took a back seat. And so I think that she just
Same
was
there.
taking a back seat for both of these guys that she was more interested in. And yes, she was interested in Blake, but she never took action in the guys that she came to the beach to meet, and she feels like she missed out. And so I think that that's what she's feeling, is that like she hasn't had an opportunity to pursue the people that she wanted to pursue and just learn a little bit about. And then she got locked into kind of like seemingly like a relationship with Blake without pursuing the things that she
That
actually
she wanted. And which fair,
Right.
but also why I'm saying, like, I think if she had been open and honest with
Absolutely,
Blake
he'd
as
be honest
well, I
with
think
it.
he
He'd
would
be
have been
okay with it.
fine. So
Yeah.
that was on her, and I think at that point she really kind of realized that, like, oh, like, how do I don't even know how to get out of this, because I do want
Right.
to talk to these other men. I do want to pursue something else to see if even when I'm feeling for Blake is where I should be on this beach. And I think that's what was happening.
Right.
Yeah.
I think she doesn't stick up for herself. Maybe like she's just kind of like
Well, she just doesn't want to have a conflict over a
lets everybody.
man,
Yeah.
right? She wants to be a good
Yeah.
friend as opposed to being a self-interested dater. And she was also like that on Zach's season. She didn't want to. She wanted a one-on-one date because she didn't want to have to try to steal his attention on a big group date. Like she's not good at being the pursuer or like going after what she wants. And so I think she just feels pigeonholed into a relationship with Blake, even though she likes him. But she just is like feeling that she hasn't had an opportunity to actually explore.
Yeah.
And Olivia clocks this, says that she might want to explore Tanner and Tyler.
She said the two names. I was so Olivia and I think it's because she's had either prior conversations, or she's sitting there listening to these women on the beach, and she knows what they want and what they're feeling, what they came in there to do, but she's the only one being open and honest about it, and these other women are playing themselves.
Now, it's interesting that she's interested in Tanner and Tyler, because those are both water signs, and like it's just not gonna work. Like I prefer earth over water personally, and like water.
So I'm always on dating apps getting Aquarius men that try to match with me.
Because
and I'm
fixed signs.
Oh, is that what it is?
Maybe
because I did like go on a few dates and talk to this one guy who's an Aquarius, but it always felt like a friend.
We're good at making friends.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know if Aquarius men are for me.
Well, yeah, because they're aloof. They're not going to be necessarily romantic in the way that you would want them to be.
Exactly.
They
so great people, but just friends.
For you, yeah, it just doesn't click in the way that it would need to click for you. I get that. I just don't see that working out with her, like, because Tyler, didn't he fall for Brittany, and like Brittany was like, ah, like
he said Brittany ghosted him, honey.
Jess will do the same thing probably, right? Because like right now she's with Blake, and it should work better. Like Aaron Fire, better.
I was looking at that. I'm like, He's a Leo. And also could just be that
She
like
never got a chance to explore.
she just it's in her head, like it just do it and get it over. I hate to say get it over with. I don't mean it like that, but like do it and don't feel that you in some way screwed your own experience up because you didn't pursue something else. And that way you know that for sure, because I know Blake, he will rather you go do it and know for sure he's the one and come back and be like you're the one, than for you never to do it and just to stay with him.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly, which is what he does. Like he recognizes that she's unsure about the situation, and he's like, you know what, like if that's what you need, go explore, like go do that. And he sets her free, which I appreciate, because he doesn't make her feel bad about the fact that she wants to explore something. He's seasoned enough to know that you can't keep someone caged. You got to let them explore.
Yeah.
So I wondered, why is Brayden and Rachel also doing the Patrick Swayze lift?
I don't know, but they're goofy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like in the same episode, that like is it just to show that the different relation, like the romantic good dancing version with Davia and Tanner, and then like the goofy version with Brayden and Rachel?
Yeah, because I mean, thankfully he didn't drop her, but unless they wanted him to drop her.
I love Dirty Dancing is one of my favorite movies, and I love to do it like when I'm really into a man and like we're in the water, because I feel really light in the water. I'm always like, yeah, try to do it, do it. I do that. So I don't know. I think people just like to do it,
Maybe I never.
They've never seen Dirty Dancing though. I don't think.
You don't think?
Really?
No.
It's a 90s film.
I think so.
But it's such a classic.
Like, yeah, no. That age group, I think they would have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brayden though says at one point, Kat is homie hopping.
I can't.
I laughed. I mean, it wasn't a slut shame, but like I just laughed that he recognized.
Was that during the preview? Because
I don't know. I just wrote it down. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a preview for next week, because then she and John, she's in John Henry's face or something.
Oh, right. It is. Yeah, it probably was from the preview. Because I wrote at the top of the page, so it's probably because I didn't have enough room. So Olivia is in the hot tub, and they talk about Truth or Dare. They played Truth or Dare with John Henry, and Olivia's like, "Is it true that Mercedes is a better kisser than me?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not sure. I haven't kissed you in a while." And then they kiss again, and they kiss well together.
Again,
I mean, Taurus are the best kisses in the zodiac.
Just the connection.
Hello.
Tauruses, they're good. They're good kisses. They are.
The connection was there.
I have a flashback.
You have what?
I'm having flashbacks.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
All I date is Taurus men. I mean, they can just swoon you, like, because they wine and dine you, and they can kiss, and they're romantic.
Not the one I was married to.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
But he was listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I keep saying this to people. My ex-husband was a Taurus on the Taurus Gemini cusp. Like, his birthday is May 20th. I really feel like in so many ways he's more Gemini than he is Taurus.
Okay.
But I also was married to him for with him for so long.
Did you run his chart to know that he's
I should
a Taurus? Because like I have a friend that's May 20th, and he's a Gemini.
Right. So that's the same thing that happened. Remember last year we were arguing back and forth about Turner? Because I think he's also May 20th.
So it depends on what time he was born.
Yeah. And that I don't know if I'd have to ask his mom. I guess.
I want to know now. It's like maybe the whole time you thought he was a Taurus and he never was.
I'm telling you, he has so many Gemini traits, and
I mean, chances are his Mercury is in Gemini. So how he communicates would be like a Gemini, and so maybe that's what you're picking up on if he is a Taurus. But like, I wouldn't be surprised because I know 2 May 20th that are Geminis.
And I said I will like if any Taurus is the way he is, I will never do it again.
I think you got a Gemini and you just never knew.
Yeah, maybe.
Like day or night, baby.
After this I'll text him to ask his mom when he was born. He's gonna be like, why?
He's like, I just need to know what your birth sign is, okay?
Yeah, I just need to know for analysis. Yeah.
Right.
But definitely we hear at the end, Olivia says, if you kiss Mercedes again, I'll slit your throat.
I died. I was dying. Laughing.
But you know how he looked at her like, I like it. It's sexy.
Yeah. Listen, as a Taurus, we want to know that you like us.
Yeah.
And we know that you like us. She's serious. And that's it.
So I kind of talked about this, the Blake and Jess chat in the last chat, but she was crying and she hasn't done anything for herself, but she feels like she's the worst person. Blah, blah, blah. He lets her go do what she wants to do. In the morning, we see Kat playing with her hair, and her Chiron says, Kat playing with her hair. She's playing with her hair. All she did was play with her hair in those.
Right.
Oh my God. It was driving me actually really crazy. I don't know if it was a nervous twitch or whatever, but like it was making me uncomfortable. Like she was playing her hair, talking to other people. She was playing her hair in her ITM. She was playing her hair, like she was just sitting there, just playing her hair, like on the Davids. And I was like, oh my God, can somebody help her? What the hell is wrong with her?
It's a self-soothing.
I felt like it was created like she was gonna have a break, like a psychotic break. Like I just felt like this was the thing that was calming her. Like it was like she had to play with her hair to like calm her nerves, or she was going to go ballistic. Like
it's definitely soothing her because she's about to blow.
Yeah, and that's why it made me uncomfortable because I was like, I read energy, and I was like, oh, I can't.
So Davia does talk to the girls about not really knowing how strong Kat's connection was with Tanner, and then she pulls Kat. So when Kat and Davia are speaking, she says that she doesn't know it was her birthday and that she wouldn't have gone on a date and then she wouldn't have gone on the date with Tanner if she wasn't interested, because Kat's like, are you interested? And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't have gone on the date if I wasn't interested. Were you saying something about, though, in this conversation that that Kat was trying to undermine Tanner?
Yeah, it felt like she was trying to make it so like he was making her promises and that the connection was like far goner than we all know is true, because she even said she didn't know how he felt about her before he even went on the date. So it just, like, come on, girl, you're just upset because you think that rightfully they'll probably have a better connection, and that you lost him, and that you screwed the pooch with Brayden. Sorry.
Exactly.
And made it so that like she can never go back.
Oh yeah.
Like if she was just normal about it and just was like, I'm really sorry. I'm interested in Tanner. I do feel like we have a connection. I really liked what we did, like explored with you, but we're here on the beach. We're here to explore connections, and I want to see this through a little bit.
Yeah.
He might never take her back. Fair.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure if he would take her back. He's an Aries.
Yeah. But she's a Gemini, so like I think that they have
fire sign, and when
a vibe though.
He might have just had to blow up. I will say this: my dad's an Aries, my son's an Aries. I have Aries men. They need their ego fed to get over shit. She could have tried.
Yeah, I mean, I think if she hadn't been so nasty to him, I think that she could get him back easily.
Yeah. But now he's just like, I like what?
He's like, I'm enjoying watching you fall.
Right. The petty is coming out. That's it.
I mean, petty's good for TV, right?
Period.
So then Tanner does pull Kat, and Sam is getting the popcorn ready, and that's kind of where it ends. The episode. I thought it was a pretty good episode.
It was a good episode. A lot happened. I was like, okay. I'm here to see what actually they left on a cliffhanger, and I was like,
yes,
okay.
yes.
I feel satisfied.
Yeah. Like, I'm excited for this week's. Yeah.
I'm excited for Sam getting the popcorn because I want to hear some of her commentary. So like having two good commentators now with Olivia and her is really fun. I think I like the fact that Davia and Tanner, like I like them together. Sorry, Kat.
Right.
And at this point though, I don't know if I need more of Hurricane Kat. Like I think I've had enough. And
I think it might. I think you might be right. Then I'm wondering if she does what that girl who was with Rodney last year did.
Teddy?
No, not Teddy. Teddy was with the other guy. Oh my God, she was on Bachelor Nation. She came back after, and then he left her for Eliza.
Brittany?
Something with the I.
Oh yeah. And then she came back early because they were separated in Casa.
Yeah.
And she came back.
She came back.
To confront him.
Hold on, she's a Scorpio.
She's pregnant now too.
Really?
Oh, really?
I think so.
Her name does not start with an I.
It's not an I.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, let me see.
Debu, you know who we're talking about. She's an older
Lace. It's Lace. Sorry, Lace.
Yeah.
Blake.
What were you saying about Lace? Oh, leaving like Lace did. Yeah.
Lace.
Yeah, like realizing that she's getting usurped and don't want to get usurped.
Yeah, doesn't want to play the game anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I could see that, but she does go for John Henry, which I'm annoyed by.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I'm sick of when the black women get the connection, then the white women go in and try to like take them, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I really just don't like get out of there, Kat. Anyways.
Yeah, she posted August 28th.
Huh?
She posted August 28th that she is pregnant.
Okay.
Congrats.
Good for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they see Olivia, like we see her as like entertaining, it girl, main character, you know what I mean? Like whatever. But them, as far as them, while they're in it, they don't see her that way.
No, she went home night one. She's a nobody.
Yeah, she's not in our clique. She's not, she's not her. Like she's low hang. Like I can take him, almost like how Mercedes felt like I can just get Will to do anything. They almost feel like they can go in and take whoever she's with. Like compared to them, she doesn't stand a chance. That's how they see her.
Because I wonder if Mercedes had never gone and took Will back, would Will have gone crawling back to Olivia?
I mean, I could see him not necessarily crawling back, but them just having conversations, and then maybe he gives an apology. You know what I mean? Right. And then like they just like maybe hanging out, and like I think it would be if they came back together, it would be a little bit more organic. I could see it happening because like he's not a bad person at all. He just made a bad decision.
He made a bad decision. He was rude. Right.
I think that they could have mended it. But he kind of ended it though in a way where she's like, "F you," right?
Period. You're gonna get screwed, and I'm gonna laugh, and she did.
Right, but he still had time to apologize. Like even if they weren't gonna mend anything, he did still have time to apologize, and he just felt justified in his actions, even though he had been done that way. He felt like he didn't do. He honestly, in his mind, felt like he didn't do her dirty, so he never gave her the apology that he should have.
Right, but maybe like having Kylie do that, him not having a real romantic connection, maybe getting a friendship rose or whatever, having those conversations kind of really, recidifying in his head, oh, you know what? I did her the way Kylie did me.
Well, when he
and
watches it
wrong.
back, he's gonna see it.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like,
Oh,
"Oh
yeah.
man."
I hope he gives her an apology.
I hope so
too. Well, that is it, ladies, for episode 5 of Bachelor in Paradise season 9. Do you have anything going on that you would like to share with the peoples?
Can we talk a little bit about this coming episode where they're bringing Charity in? I want to understand what Aaron B thinks Charity exactly can do to ruin his relationship. Did we miss something?
Maybe it's just that he was in love with her, and like maybe that like maybe she might think that he's not over it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's it, because we know it hasn't been long since her season ended in The Bachelor in Paradise. So maybe she's like, I sent him home, and he even came back to Fiji or whatever and declared, and he was so in love. So maybe that's it. And Eliza's like, he can't be over her that quick, can he? Or because other than that, I don't know what she would be saying. It's not like she thought he was a bad guy. So
no, I think he's gonna say that he was really into her and like doesn't know if he's over her yet.
Okay. All right.
That's the only thing that I can really think of, because
I couldn't think of anything, and I'm sitting here like, why is he freaking out? Why is he freaking?
Maybe it's about how he handled the Brayden situation.
Oh, maybe.
Like that he, was that
flipping.
guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just like not thinking maybe he's not ready for another relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe so.
So Debbie was here saying, if I'm Tanner, I move on to Jess. Deuces for Kat.
But
why
wait,
Jess?
No, I like Davia. Davia is more, I think, threatening to Kat.
Yeah.
Just because Davia, I think, is they're all beautiful, but I think that she has like this strikingness about her with the eye color and just
I think
body
Jess,
and like
Jess is kind of the Brayden, also kind of the Olivia. These women don't feel like
the girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Tanner's moving on to Tyler. Or sorry, Jess is moving on to Tyler. Seems. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll soon find out.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to discuss?
Not much. I might be back later tonight to discuss Big Brother over on my channel, and I'm really not looking for it because I don't want to rant and rave. But
why do I watch the show? It's so annoying.
I know they do this to me every year.
I got forced because last season was so good,
and all I keep thinking was excellent. The beginning of the season was the best season of Big Brother I'd seen in like a decade.
Yes, I will say this. I agree that the beginning of this season was excellent, and then they ruined it.
I think Corey ruined it when he decided to turn on Sari, Jared, and flip the vote on Izzy. I think that was where it all went downhill because Corey got lost in America. And he stopped playing the game. And he allowed people to gain power when that was the position he should have been. He should have been in.
And I keep saying this, and nobody will push me off because they keep saying no, but he wasn't getting to the end with Izzy. I said he would have got further than he got now.
He would have won many more of those competitions than like the ones that Jag won.
Yeah,
like other people would have had an opportunity to win them.
Yeah.
It's been Jaga's won, I think, 8 conversations now. He won like 7 vetoes in a row.
Yeah.
Like
which I understand. It's great. He's a person of color. Wonderful for him. I don't like none of this moves me.
If it was a black man or black woman that was winning all these competitions that were super
I would still feel the same way.
I would still feel the same way. It doesn't feel fun watching 60-year-old women get steamrolled in a competition by a 20-something-year-old man.
Right.
The same competitions over and over. Here's a picture. Find what's wrong. Put it together. Blah 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 blah. Also, run back and forth while you're doing it.
Right.
So
annoying.
It's just so I can go on and on. I'll go on and on about it tomorrow morning with Taryn because I'm gonna be doing the live feed updates today, where we're gonna talk about the fact that in case you guys are not spoiled, we're gonna just talk about what's going on in the house, and I'm gonna probably rant and rave for 45 minutes about how pissed I am about how the competitions are inequitable and that it's really boring and the producers are idiots, in my
Pretty
opinion.
much. Pretty much.
Anyways, what's Sammy's? I mean, he was about to propose in Fiji a few weeks back.
Right.
Exactly. So
That's
I
what
think that
okay. So I can see that. Especially if he literally booked a flight straight from Fiji to
Right.
Paradise, and it's only been a week.
Right.
Fair.
since he was going to propose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. You guys have anything to plug before we say? Oh yeah, you said you're going to go live later on tonight.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
10 p.m.?
confirmation, but either later today, Big Brother, and or the Traders Canada
Right.
this past episode. And I think on Tuesday I will not be able to stream the Traders Canada episode 5, I think it is, but I will probably be doing a cast assessment for Love Island Games before it starts on Wednesday.
Right.
And Miss TJoy, what do you have going on?
Just catching up on stuff and watching everything that y'all talking about. I need to catch up on Traders Canada. Like, I really need to do that. And I want to do this Love Island Love Games thing.
Yeah, so I'm thinking want to do every 2 episodes or something. I don't know. We got to talk about it. But we will be back here next Sunday to do our double whammy, our Bachelor Nation Sunday, noon and 1:30ish. So please subscribe to this channel, ring the bell so you get notified whenever we go live. I'm going to be out of town next week, so going live will be at different times than usual. So subscribe and ring that bell so you know when I'm going live. Like this video and let us know, what do you think is the reason why Aaron B is worried about what Charity could say to Eliza about him? Let us know in the comments and we'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.